Afternoon everyone, I hope everybody's okay. I'm just coming on to share this card with you. Sorry I've been MIA for a little bit, but this time of the year is really busy for me and mine, as we do attend a lot of charity events and with the hubby's work and all, bereavement events and whatnot. So yeah, so I thought I'd just come on and share this quick, very simple, very easy card with you. And it's using the seasonal lantern stamp sets and the coordinating die set, which is the lantern builder framelits. Now at the minute, I don't know whether you know, there is an online end of year sale going on with Stampin' Up, and there's also a retired list up, or retiring and carrying over list up, and I'll do a separate video for you about that. But most of the seasonal stamps and framelits you will find on the online extravaganza, the end of year sale. So get yourself over and get yourself a bargain. That's what I say anyway. Anyway, we're going to start putting this card together. I've just used a piece of Whisper White at A4 size, cut it in the middle and then scored it down the middle and formed my card base. I then took a piece of our basic black, and again I've just took it down by 2/8 of an inch on the width and the length. So that just gives us that lovely little border of white. And then my DSP is the Year of Cheer, and I absolutely love this, and I have some stashed away that I'm keeping. I'm actually using it in my Memories and More album for Christmas, so yeah. So that's going to lay it on, and again I've took it down by 2/8 of an inch either way. So again we can see that black outline. So we're going to put these together, layer these up first, and that'll give them time to dry. So I'm using my wet glue. You feel free to use whatever you prefer, but I love my wet glue because it's the only one that works with me and not against me. And again, you'll notice I never ever go right up to the end, no matter what glue I'm using, because when you squish it down, it will squash out on your card base, and you don't want that after all the work you've put in. Okay, so we're just going to try and line this up as best we can. And using the wet glue also gives me that little bit of wiggle time. And if you could see me this morning, you know I need all the time I can grab. Well, this afternoon it is now, isn't it? A sight for sore eyes. Yeah, it's a lot of partying and meeting and greeting and has been going on, as I'm sure is the same for most of you. So giving you quick, simple ideas for your card making is a win-win in my book. If you're anything like me, and this time of the year you don't even have time to blink. Okay, so for my lantern, the lantern actually comes, when you cut it out, it comes in 2 pieces. Okay, you get the outer edge and then you get the inner decorative. So what I done was I took my outer edge one, which is this one, and I just put it on some white cardstock to cut myself out a base as such. And now we're going to use the detail glue. I'll find detail glue if it behaves, to attach this outline onto the base that I cut out. Now let me see, this way, because when you die cut something it has a ridge. Now you really don't want to be squeezing this bottle because it does flow out itself. So you don't have to squeeze at all. And because it has the needle in the cap, it's always ready to go. And I am concentrating. Normally I go quiet when I'm concentrating. So if I go quiet, you know that's what I'm doing. So I am finally sorted now for Christmas. Presents all wrapped. Dinner all bought and in the freezer. So I can just sit back now and relax. And wait for the big day. We have my grandson, my eldest grandson's birthday is on the 13th of December, sorry. And my anniversary is on the 15th, when I married his lordship. So we've still got a bit of partying to do, I would say. But it all leads to the build-up, doesn't it? Now I'm going to use my tiny little dimensionals. I've cut out 2 of the candles using the lantern builder dies, and I'm just going to stick them on with a couple of mini dimensionals. And you'll notice I'm putting these in before I put my top layer on, because I want one to be smaller than the other. So yeah, I would go and have a look at the online sale. Something that you've seen in the catalogue and you've thought, oh, you know, it's a bit expensive this time of the year. Well, you might find that it's no longer a bit expensive. And let's face it, you can, I know you can buy cheaper dies and stamps out there, but you will never ever ever find the quality that you have in Stampin' Up. And their stamps, this is how good they are at their stamps and their framelits, will never ever depreciate in value. They will only ever go up in value. So there you go. So now I'm going to put my decorative insert in and see how I've covered the bottle of those candles. And again, I'm using the fine detail. Again, you do not need to squeeze the bottle as it is free flowing, which is brilliant, because then you never seem to, you just seem to use just enough, I find anyway. Because there's nothing worse than making a complete card and then you see shiny bits of glue everywhere, and oh. And I know you can find those, well, Stampin' Up used to sell them, the glue erasers, but no. Especially if you're doing it for somebody, you're going to give it away. You know, you want to try and do the best you can. And this glue is absolutely brilliant for doing the best you can. Because it's so detailed, people will wonder, how the hell has she got that on there? and it bears down to the tools and the supplies that we use. So there we go. So I shall stick this down, and I'm going inside the lines of the outline that I cut out. I'm just going to squash it down because I did put the candles up on dimensionals, so it will need that bit of a squash. Now, I love Christmas, but I hate the run-up to Christmas. I've also found in my stash, now Stampin' Up! Don't sell these, but they do sell the metallic. Maybe I should use them, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to get this needle back in the bottle, otherwise my glue will dry up on me. And Mel's not wearing her glasses, so too painful for you to watch. I'll do it in a minute. We do sell the metallic. Maybe I should use the metallic instead of using the diamantes, because I did find gold diamantes in my stash, but I'll use the metallic enamel doodads, shapes, whatever you want to call them. Now I do know I've got them in here. There we go, I'll use these. Get them all in so I can close the lid. I always forget about using these, so I'll just use 2 of these on each flame. Oops. Okay, we can now glue that on. But I promise I will do another video for you for the online sale that's going on at the minute. There's loads of stuff in there, especially Christmas stuff and all. And as you know, I always leave my link underneath my shop, as I would love to earn your business. If you love stamping and all, I would thoroughly, wholeheartedly recommend Stampin' Up! As I say, the quality is second to none. I know you can buy cheaper elsewhere, but buy cheap, buy twice. Think of it that way. And as I say, their stamp sets and everything they sell, basically, it never loses its value. You only have to go on to certain websites and you will see that for yourself. So I'm going to use a little dimensional. I've done 2 of the ribbons. I've used the dies to cut these out. And what I want to do is put one on the bottom and then layer the top one on top. So I'm going to use a mini dimensional. Do want a mini one on the bottom. I may as well, because, oh, there's my glue dots. I use a mini glue dot to stick it on. So I'm just going to stick that over the hole of the lantern. And then I'm going to stick this one over the top, just to give it that little 3D effect. Okay, and then I've stamped out it's the most wonderful time of the year, and what this is you don't actually get a die for it. It's the middle of the lantern that's come out, and I thought, well, I'm not wasting it, so I cut another one out in white and I'm just offsetting it on the back, and yeah, that's what I've used. Oh, come on. It's because I haven't been in here in what feels like forever. And all you do to offset is just give it a little border. That's all you want. And then we'll glue this down. And next week we are going don't know whether you call it down south or up south to Kilkenny to see my step granddaughter and his lordship's granddaughter. So we're going to stay over there the night, and I've got a couple of things to post while I'm up there or down there, or I never understand Northern Ireland. I also know it's south of the border. I have no, what did they call it? Navigational skills, or I couldn't read a map to save my life. So it's a good job his lordship knows. Yeah, so we're going up there, and the card is going to be loaded for her. She actually gets the she had to have an operation on her legs, and she's in like leg braces, and she gets them taken off an hour of a day, so she only has to wear them overnight. And so we bought her a walker and all to get her up and about doing a mum and dad's heading. So I'm going to put a couple of these now onto them berries. I think they're mistletoe, but they come in the stamp set with the lantern and whatnot. So there's 4 on each. And as you can see on the Year of Cheer DSP, it is gold and silver snowflakes. So I've tried to stick with that colour palette. And you can also get your wink stellar in. And as I say, if you keep it in your thing that way, in your pot holder, your pen holder, where the lid part is facing down, you will never ever have to squeeze it, because when you squeeze it you get them big lumps coming out, and we don't want big lumps. So we'll just give this a bit of a sparkle, give our candles a bit of a sparkle. Why not go all out and give the okay, so there's our very simple, very easy card using the seasonal lantern and the lantern building framelits, and we've just got some lovely little shimmer going on. So I just thought I'd bring that to you, and because I'm far behind making my Christmas cards and all at the minute. But that would go in a normal envelope. You wouldn't have to pay any extra for the dimension, because the good thing about dimensionals, they do thingy flat when they're squeezed. Okay, so I hope you give that a go. I hope you run along and have a look at the sale that's going on at the minute. I will come back with information about the sale that's going on, and also about the retiring and the carrying over list. So I hope you're having a brilliant day wherever you are. Happy birthday to Charlie. And I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now. Bye.